Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer and I'm back again today with another process video for you. So if you had a chance to watch my previous process video, you'll know that I am doing a page for my son and my daughter for each of their books using the same photos. And these are the two photos, and they're both just so cute in there. They're 4 years apart, so I struggled for a long time with how to scrapbook for them when they're both in the same pictures. I don't want them to years down the road have to fight over who gets which layout. Not that they will, but I hope that they will. And, then I would have to decide, well, do I do it more in blues and more for a boy or for a girl? So anyway, to make a long story short, when I come across photos that are really cute that I love, that I think they both would want documented, I am just doing a page for him and a page for her. So this time I just have these two photos, so it's just going to be one page for each of them. So whatever I do on the other side, I'll follow through with the same colors. So it might be a different day, it might be different pictures, but the layouts will be compatible as far as the colors and things like that. So I want to show you the layout that I did for him, which I posted a process video for yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that, it is up. So I'm using My Mind's Eye cut and paste, which I didn't realize till I looked at the back of one of the items that it's a collection from 2013. I didn't realize that it was that old, but I still love it. I especially love these ombre background papers, so it was fun to get to finally use those. So anyway, I hope that you'll watch this video. You'll notice on his that I did do some hand stitching, some arrows around the edge of his page. And for that I used two templates by We Are Memory Keepers. They each had different arrows. So this one had an arrow here and this one had arrows here, so I just did every other one. Yep, it's a lot of hand stitching, but I love the look of it and I just enjoy doing it. So I'll do it at night while I'm watching TV with my husband. Okay, so let's move on to the page that I'm going to do today, and I'm just going to explain a few things that I'm going to stop and speed up the process and start a voiceover. But I just wanted to take a couple minutes at the beginning to do some live talking. So I have a gap here in this paper down at the bottom, and that's because I'm going to put a strip of paper there and it's going to cover that up, and I needed to punch some little hearts out of this darker pink at the bottom, so I took from there. And what I've done on hers is I've used this Tim Holtz template, which normally most people use with mixed media, and I probably will as well, which is what I bought it for. But when I wanted to go ahead and follow the same idea as what I had done on my son's page, so I wanted to stitch something, a border around her page as well, but I didn't really want it to be arrows. So when I saw the pluses, I love plus signs. I know some people struggle with them. I just don't read too much into it. I don't overthink it. I just like the look of them. So I decided to go with that. So I simply laid the template down on the paper and traced them all, and then I punched the holes, and then I went in with white floss or thread and stitched them. So again, this is the My Mind's Eye cut and paste collection, and I think that's all I have to say about that for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and speed you up and start the process. Thanks for joining me today. Okay, so here I have the two pictures that I'm going to use laying there in the center of the page, and I've just backed them with a little bit of white paper. And I've inked the edges of these two strips and the whole page, and the pieces that I layer behind the photos. Actually, I've inked everything except for the photos, just in a little bit of a dark gray, and I didn't do it real heavy, just enough to add a little bit of definition to the edges. I didn't want anything as bold as tracing around it with messy lines. I just wanted something very subtle. So I used a dark gray cat eye there to just go around all of the edges of everything. So I'm going to start by getting these two strips laid down at the top and the bottom of the page. I love the colors in this collection, and I love the background, the ombre background. It's so pretty. Ahead of time I did, I'll show you at the end, I'll show you the mist that I used, but I did miss some white on there. There I was showing you that I stamped the date with my Stampin' Up! Roller stamp. It's large, so the date is large. It's not like, you know, the little ones that most of us have and use. And because that whole line there was open for the date, I went ahead and pulled my big Stampin' Up! One and stamped it there, and I love that. I also love this card because it says tell me a story, and in these photos my kids are playing with a toy recorder, and that's going to be where I put my typed out journaling also, is on that card above the photo. So it was just perfect for the way the setup or the layout that I had in mind for this layout. So I picked two of the 4x6 cards that were one of the sheets of paper, and I'm just backing part of the photos, so the little bit shows around some of the picture, but not the whole thing. I did that on my son's page too. I just kind of like that it's not perfect and even all the way around. So for hers I used this really pretty black floral on one, and the matching stripes, again, like the striped paper at the top. And it's going to take me a minute to get those situated how I want them on there. And then I'm going to tuck this half of a doily in behind on the right hand side. So I like how I have everything laying, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it down and commit. And then this is an embellishment from one of the embellishment packs, and it says you are too cute. And I'm going to put that right there in between the two photos. I tried putting it down at the bottom of them and it looked awkward there, so I like it right there in between the two. It kind of breaks them up a little bit. And that's empty space in each of the corners of those photos, so I'm not covering anything important up. And then over here on this doily, I'm going to put this chipboard flower just because that doily looks like it needs something on it. If I would have tucked it in more so just a little bit was peeking out, I wouldn't have felt like I needed something on it. But because I left so much of it showing, I felt like it needed something on it. But then because I did that, I feel like the left side there is kind of empty, so I used one of my dies and punched some of these tiny little hearts out of that dark pink at the bottom, which is why there was a gap there in the beginning. And I'm just going to stack 3 of these cute little hearts on top of each other over there on the left hand side. That I feel adds some more balance. And then I'm going to add 2 more little hearts to the right of that embellishment there. And then I'm going to place my strips that I typed out of my journaling, and my journaling just says, "This was such a sweet moment. Sky would record Gab and then play it back, and she would giggle every time." They sat there in this chair together playing with this recorder for a long time, and it was just fun listening to them play with it. I got this washi tape yesterday at the craft store on Base. It's so pretty. I did not have, out of all my washi tape, I did not have a floral one. And so I thought, oh, it's got pink in it, and the green leaves kind of match the green that I have going on in the layout. So I just felt like those strips of paper needed something else. So I tore pieces of washi tape and layered them there at the top and on the bottom. I always get so excited when I'm able to use my washi tape. And then here I'm just going to show you the dilutions. Oh no, the flower. I feel like the center of that flower needs something, so I thought about putting some of the glossy accents or glass, whatever that is, by Stampin' Up! In the center. And then I thought, oh wait, I have a Stella, Wink of Stella pen. Mine is silver, so it's still kind of transparent, and it just added a little bit of shimmer right there to the center of the flower, so I'm happy with that. And there I'm showing you the mist that I used in the top left and bottom right. And that's going to finish it for this layout. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will watch the one that I recorded of my son yesterday using the same photos. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.